It's football time in East Central Ohio.
From ABC Sports and WBMV, Barnesville Woodsfield's 93 BMV. Now it's time to head for the field for tonight's game on WBMV.
93 BMV.
Good evening and welcome to week 7 of the high school football season. Tonight we are at Monroe Memorial Park in Woodsfield where the visiting Shenandoah Zeps, record 3-3 under head coach Mac McLean, taking on the Monroe Central Seminoles. Seminoles in with a record of 2-4 under head coach Jonathan Calder. The Zeps winners of 3 straight and the Seminoles posting a win last week, so both teams coming in here with a win. This is homecoming also tonight here at Monroe Central. So we'll try to get some of those festivities at halftime and see who the homecoming queen is. I'm Jeff Stevens along with Mark Brown and Dalton Gambita, here at Monroe Memorial Park, and what on paper should be a pretty nice game. As I said, the Zeps coming in with 3 straight wins and the Seminoles coming in with a win last week. Before we get started here, I want to acknowledge our sponsors here tonight, and they are Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Sue Snowd State Farm, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Dutro Ford, Lincoln Nissan, and Chandler Funeral Home. And during the course of the game here during the pregame, when we pause for our national anthem, which will be, I believe, singing it tonight will be Miss Addie McGuire, Monroe Central student. That will be sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. All of our in-game kickoffs sponsored by Valentine Insurance. First downs sponsored by Caldwell Lumber. Trips to the red zone, J&M Electric. All touchdowns sponsored by Kemp Insurance Agency. Scoreboard updates, Surgeon Construction. And if we're able to give you any instant replays tonight, those will be courtesy of High Street Seneca. And post-game, we will have a Shenandoah Zep player of the game sponsored by Plus One Pizza. So thank you to all those sponsors. As I said, at this time, we will step aside for our invocation and our national anthem, sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union.
Our Heavenly Father, we give you praise for this night as our hearts turn to you, as we give you thanks for the many blessings of even this.
We live in a great country with freedoms like no other. Please join us in standing and removing your caps for the Star-Spangled Banner. And Seminole fans, please remain standing for the playing of the alma mater. Tonight, to sing the national anthem, Monroe Central sophomore, Miss Addie McGuire.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous side, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
right. Thank you, Miss Addie. Wonderful.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares, close to home.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
High school football
From ABC Sports
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield.
93 BNV.
Back here at Monroe Memorial Park, just about 5 minutes away from kickoff here. Another great job on the national anthem there by Addie McGuire, Monroe Central sophomore. As she does the national anthem here at the home football games and also has done those at the home volleyball games this year. When we get to the kickoff here in a few moments, Monroe Central won the toss and they will receive. So when they line up offensively, it will look like this. On the interior line, they will have left tackle Jared Seaball, left guard Talon Stein, right guard Lucas Stiver, right tackle Braden Baker, and center Parker Seifert. Wide receivers will be Max Dimchek and Gabe Eng, tight end Corbin Farnsworth. Running backs in the backfield, Jet Kaiser and A.J. Rudder with quarterback Cooper Howe. Defensively, the Zeps will come out. Defensive ends, Aiden McPeak and David Kunkel. Defensive tackles, Aiden Frame and Gerald Ray. Outside linebackers, Cole Van Fossen and Caden Van Fossen. Middle linebackers, Jamison Archer and Hunter McCollum. And also in the secondary, then they will have Hunter Street, Hunter Rossiter, and Hunter House. But we're just a few moments away from that. And, mark on paper here, this looks like, record-wise, Zeps 3-3, Seminoles 2-4. What should be a good football game.
Yeah, you would think fairly even teams, the teams that they've played in common, relatively close scores. So it should be a good evening tonight. Of course, homecoming makes it even more festive. And I can tone to that as I sat 35 minutes in traffic behind the parade. And I apologize, just got here a little bit ago, but that's what makes these small town homecomings and football games so much fun. And, both stands look like they've got a nice amount of people tonight coming. So and it should be an enjoyable game.
Yeah, we talked about the Zeps being 3-3. They lost their first 3 games of the year, and then have won 3 in a row. So practices are a lot more spirited when you're on a 3-game winning streak. And even from a Monroe Central standpoint, they'd lost a couple there to really good teams in Caldwell and Barnesville, but getting a big win last week at Magnolia. So I'm sure things was a little more lively this week in practice for them. It's always more fun to practice after a win than after a loss.
Yes, and also both teams I'm sure are coming into this game thinking they've got a good chance to win.
Agreed.
They know they're pretty even with each other, and if you're playing coming against a game this coming week with a team you probably don't have any chance against, or somebody that's just going to be a blowout, it's a different atmosphere. But when you think you've got a chance to win, I'm sure they practice just a little bit better, with that. And these two teams know each other; they're rivals, so it should be a pretty interesting game tonight, I think.
Also, from a Shenandoah standpoint, as I said, 3 straight wins, and last year they won their first 2 games, I believe, then lost 8 in a row, and then lost their first 3 this year. So things are a little bit better. Coach McLean in his second season, of course, he spent several years as the head coach in West Virginia and the Brook Bruins. But hopefully, getting things going here. His numbers are a little bit better in his roster this year. And Jonathan Calder of the Seminoles in his 3rd season as the head coach. Fine year last year, but hit real hard with a combination of graduation losses and an upgraded schedule have made things a little bit tougher here in the early going for the Seminoles. But like you said, both teams, I'm sure, coming in tonight thinking, this is one we match up with and have a chance to win.
And also, MOVL standings also, another win there will help. I haven't seen what the standings are this week. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but I know that's something that will be influenced by this game also, the Mid-Ohio Valley League.
Seminoles taking the field tonight dressed in all black and also brand new all black, including black helmets.
I was going to say, I thought those are different. Those look nice. Very, very sharp.
The Zeps, which will be across the way, and the white jerseys with the Kelly green trim and green helmets. And we'll be ready to go here just momentarily. The clock winding down. Part of the tradition here at Monroe Central, the flaming spear placed at midfield and then retrieved by one of their sideliners. And of course, you probably could see beforehand there the horse that leads the team out on the field. Just a lot of things that they've done here, and it's part of the tradition that has been carried on here under Coach Calder.
And as you said, Monroe Central won the toss, and they will receive the ball first and be on offense.
I'll tell you, Mark, another just absolutely beautiful night for football.
Oh, man.
And the sun has now gone down, so we can actually see the field. But, you're week 7 of the season, the first weekend in October, and you've got a day which is almost 80 degrees today. Now, it'll cool down here when that sun goes down, but just, really a nice night to play football. Deep for the Seminoles will be A.J. Rudder and Corbin Farnsworth. And teeing it up for the Zeps is Ethan Stritz. And we're just a couple of moments away from getting this affair started. Ethan Stritz is a senior. He has it teed up at the 40-yard line, and we're ready to get this one underway. A Valentine Insurance kickoff. It's a line drive kick taken by one of the up men and down there at about the 34-yard line. Jet Kaiser covered the ball there for the Seminoles, so good field position for Monroe Central at their own 34-yard line.
Cooper Howell, first-year starting quarterback. He was a receiver last year. Caught passes from his brother. This year he is throwing them. And we've saw them a couple weeks ago against Barnesville, and he had some nice throws that he completed there to see how the defense plays tonight for Shenandoah.
Yeah, Howell comes in about 760 yards passing for the year. Seminoles will send 2 receivers wide left, 1 to the right. Tight end to the right, and Rudder, the running back, beside Howell. Now give the ball. Kaiser, halfback pass, throwing the ball downfield, and it's a collision downfield. We're going to have a flag down. The ball is intercepted.
That's going to be an interference call.
Hunter House with the interception, but there was contact between a defender who had fallen to the ground, and then the receiver fell over top of him, and the flag went down. So I would think that is probably going to be a pass interference call, which would be 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Now we'll wait as the officials. The head referee tonight is Rex Foster. This is a crew, I believe, out of the Parkersburg board.
And, it wasn't anything intentional there. The receiver, she said, the defender just fell down.
Okay,
so it will be, yes.
After the conversation there, we finally get the signal, 15-yard flag, which will create a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Seminoles. And that should take the ball out. That should put it down at the Monroe Central 49-yard line. Now we'll see. You don't like to see this much discussion between officials on the first play of the game.
But it will be marked 15 yards. Well,
They'll move the ball to the 49-yard line.
Yep, and be a first down.
Well, he just marked off 17 yards. He put the ball down in the wrong spot. It should be at the 4. Now there
he goes. Okay.
The official on this sideline correcting that. So that is a 15-yard substance. I think we finally got it right. First down, Monroe Central now at their own 49-yard line.
New formation, an I.
Handoff straight ahead to Rudder. Not a lot of room there, but he's going to get forward for maybe 3. He may get closer to 4 yards. They'll put the ball down at the 47-yard line in Shenandoah territory.
Second down 6.
Zeps will play a 4-man front. Pretty active outside linebackers in the Van Fossen twins, number 32 and 33. We'll see some of them also carrying the ball on offense, we assume, for the Zeps. Man in motion is Demchak. Will hand the ball back here to Rudder. Straight ahead. Gets a block. He's going to have first down. Still on his feet inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. And a Caldwell Lumber first down.
Be a 15-yard gain for Rudder.
The 33-yard line. First down, Seminole.
Nice run by Rudder. He drug along a couple defenders several yards before they were finally able to get him down.
Rudder, 5'8", 180, and a senior, runs very hard. Receiver Eng wide right here. This is 2 receivers wide left. Howell takes the snap. Designed run, gets across the 30. Short pickup, maybe 3 yards.
Design run all along. As you said, 3-yard gain. Second 7.
Second down 7.
Jamison Archer, middle linebacker, there for the Zeps in on the tackle. The oddities I read off the defense for Shenandoah there, Mark. 4 different players with the first name of Hunter.
Wow. I'm not sure they're all yelled at and called by their last names.
Second and 7.
Same play.
Rudder tries to bounce the outside. Nice job on a tackle there. Somebody got a piece of him there. I think it might have been Hunter McCallum that made some contact and brought him down.
It is, yes.
About the 26-yard line.
Third down 3.
Be a 4-yard gain for Rudder. He's carried the ball 3 times now, 23 yards.
That will bring up 3rd and about 3. Obviously, if the ball just shy of the 25-yard line, we'd be talking 4-down territory if the Seminoles do not get the first down on this play, barring penalty or huge loss. Howe goes under center. Handoff to Kaiser.
He's going to be just a bit short, it looks like.
Well, the official just near side
okay.
Signaled first down. They put him at the 22-yard line, so give Jet Kaiser 3 yards.
Kirk takes the ball to the 22-yard line. First down, Seminole.
A little more surge on the offensive line than what it initially looked.
Yeah, I just thought by where the official was standing, he was just a hair short, but they marked it at first, so
and signaled
Monroe Central 4 new downs.
Yeah, signaled it very quickly. They're Drew Londefeld entering on the offensive line with the play for the Seminoles. Again, Howe shotgun, called run. He's inside the 15-yard line. Will be brought down. Hunter Rossiter and McCollum put the ball down to the 13-yard line.
Second down 1.
Be a 9-yard gain for Cooper Howell on the keeper.
Yeah, we're a distance away there. It's third and maybe let's call it a long, or second down and a long yard. But a positive gain there of 9 yards on that play by Cooper Howell. Again, single running back is Rudder. Howell will keep off the right side, gets to the 10, to the 5, near the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. 13-yard run by Cooper Howell. 7 plays for the Seminoles to go 66 yards, aided by one 15-yard penalty. And that is that trip to the red zone sponsored by J&M Electric, and the touchdown sponsored by Kemp Insurance Agency. Wyatt Cohen on for the extra point attempt here. Dimchek the holder. Kick is down, and from here looks good and is good. So it's 7 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in period number 1. Monroe Central takes the opening kickoff and drives down and scores on a touchdown run by Cooper Howell. It's 7-0 Monroe Central. Back with the kickoff.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
This is Ken Perkins. Robin and I and the staff at McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home want to wish Noble County athletes from Shenandoah and Caldwell High Schools an exciting fall sports season. We also want to wish all students a successful school year on and off the field. In our tight-knit community, our kids are our future, and we are honored to watch them succeed. McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home invites you to visit us at www.mcveigh-perkins.com or on Facebook.
High school football
From ABC Sports
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield.
93 BNV.
Back here at Monroe Memorial Park, Seminoles score on their initial possession. We're now a Valentine Insurance kickoff by Wyatt Cohen. It's a high kick down to, hits about the 20, taken by one of the deep backs. That's Van Fossen. It's across the 25 to the 30. Now cuts back to the middle, still on his feet across the 40. Now it's a foot race across midfield, and nobody's going to catch Caden Van Fossen as he's going to return this kickoff some 80 yards for a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown. Some pretty shoddy tackling there by the Seminole coverage team, and Van Fossen just kept it going.
I'll tell you, it was goes under as an 80-yard touchdown run, but I think it was about 120 total. Yeah, he just went from one side of the field, kept cutting back and forth. Some nice moves in there and some, as you said, shoddy tackling.
And that's approximately 80 yards on that, maybe just a little over 80, because I think the ball hit about there. So now for the Zeps, Ethan Stritz on for the extra point to try to tie this game. Momentum short-lived on the Seminole side. And we'll get a whistle prior to the snap. Umpire in the middle of the line calling something there.
One of the linemen motioning over to the coaches.
It's against Monroe Central, I believe. And in this case, that moves the ball down to the 1.5. And a lot of teams, and the Zeps look like they're going to send the offense onto the field now and go for 2. That's pretty standard, by a lot of coaches. Now moving the ball down to the 1.5. So the first, technically not the first offensive snap by the Zeps, but it is the first snap. Their quarterback number 3 is sophomore Brody Brown. And it looks like they're still late getting some people on the field. Play clock now down to about 10. So Zeps may have to hurry or they may give the yardage back. Brown, the quarterback, in the shotgun, takes the snap, pitches it to Van Fossen. He has nowhere to go, and he'll be dropped. So the gamble by the Zeps fails, but they get the 80-plus yard kickoff return there by Caden Van Fossen.
I think that low snap just sort of threw the timing of that play off also.
So it's 7:15 remaining, period number 1. A lot of action so far. Seminole 7, Zeps 6. Back in a moment.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
This Valentine Insurance kickoff by Ethan Stritz, taken down about the 20-yard line by A.J. Rudder. He gets across the 35 where he'll be brought down. And this is where the Seminoles will start their second possession.
Josiah Roberts with the tackle.
And McElroy also there. So Seminoles will start this possession at their own 36. Just not yet midway through the first quarter. We are at 7-6 Monroe Central. Seminoles scoring on their first offensive possession, and the Zeps returning the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown. Man in motion for the handoff. Howe gives it to Rudder. Running room across the 40. He's going to be near the 45-yard line where he'll be wrestled down by Ethan Cutlip.
Be a 9-yard gain for Rudder, excuse me. Second and 1.
45-yard line.
Well, just in the first half dozen plays or so, we've seen Monroe Central's offensive line get a lot of movement and do a really good job of opening some paths for the runners. Howe on the TD run, and Rudder with some nice yardage here in the early going.
Yeah, he's got 32 yards on 4 carries already.
Second down yard, Rudder to the left, and Kaiser now in motion. Howe takes the snap. He'll run it. He'll get the first down, break a tackle across midfield, still on his feet. Gets 2 or 3 more yards. That's Cooper Howe with a Caldwell Lumber first down.
8 yards for Cooper Howe.
Put him down at the 47-yard line.
First down, Seminole.
And as you mentioned, Jeff, a nice job by the Monroe Central offensive line. I know you called their names there before, but doing a nice job of opening some holes for these guys.
The danger you always have when you go back and look at the starters and read off the names you have written there for starters, is their sub has gone in.
Right,
since,
especially on the line, yeah.
And sometimes, we don't take, and
we can't see most of the linemen.
And we don't give credit enough times to the linemen.
You're right.
Again, fake handoff, we get a flag down, handoff then to Rudder. His will be hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. This is going to be an offensive penalty on the Seminoles.
Feeling comfortable on the stop. There is a flag on the play.
And officials talking about this, but the loss on the play, if it's a 5-yard step off, I'd say there's a good chance the Zeps may opt to decline that. Well, I thought they might decline it, but they're going to take the penalty. It's another illegal, an illegal formation. So 5-yard step off will take it back to the other 47 in Monroe Central territory. That makes it 1st and 15, but it would have been 2nd and 12.
2 penalties now on the Zeps, 20 yards.
Downs marker says, now just switch. It said second down, now just switch. It is first down.
It is first, yes.
Howe takes it to the left side on a keeper. breaks the tackle. We get a flag down. And this is usually an indication of a holding penalty on the offense.
Yeah, it's thrown by the umpire in the defensive backfield.
And that will be if that is the case, yes, there is a holding call against Monroe Central. Will be a 10-yard step off from the point of the foul since it occurred past the line of scrimmage. Looks like about the 49-yard line is where they're standing, so this will take it back to about the 39.
First penalty on the Seminoles.
Penalty moves forward to the 38-yard line.
And they'll put it down at the 38. So Seminoles all of a sudden going the wrong direction. That's will still be first down.
First down, 25.
First and 25. 5 minutes left. Opening period, 7-6 Monroe Central. Long yardage situation. We may see the Seminoles put the ball in the air. They'll feel quick out here, complete to Farnsworth. Get some running room across midfield, across the 45-40. Steps out of bounds now right around the 40-yard line.
House pass complete to Corbin Farnsworth. He's knocked out of bounds by Hunter House.
That's will be about 21 yards.
Second down 4.
So 2nd and 4. So you get the penalty yardage back, plus a little. Put the ball down at the 41-yard line.
That was a nice play, just a short out there, and Farnsworth's getting most of that on his own.
Little screen, got a little block there. I couldn't catch the number that really helped get him going. Hand off to Kaiser, across the 40. Be dropped down short of the first down.
Jet Kaiser, the ball carrier.
Put him at about the 39-yard line. Pickup of a couple.
Picks up a couple. It's going to be second down 2, or third down 2.
Third down and 2. Ball at the Zeps 39-yard line. Howe to the sideline getting the play. Now back to the huddle.
Jamison Archer with that nice tackle there. He's a junior linebacker.
The Zep middle linebackers, I think, are very active in there, showing blitz. Howe takes a snap and runs through everybody and headed for the end zone, and he'll be there. Touchdown. 39-yard run. Second touchdown of the night for Cooper Howe. And that's the danger, Mark, when you blitz your inside linebackers and they don't unable to make the play, then there's nobody left to make the play defensively.
Yeah, they went right up the middle and he went to the right. And like you said, the linebackers weren't there. Once he got through the line, it was open running.
Second touchdown run by Howe of the night. Wyatt Cohen on for the extra point attempt. That coming at 3:59 left here in the first period. Snaps down, kicks up, and is good. Cohen is 2 of 2. So 3:59 remaining, period number 1, after a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown run of 39 yards by Cooper Howe. 14-6 Seminoles back with the kickoff.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield.
93 BNV.
Valentine Insurance kickoff.
Coming to kick off.
Our 4th of the first quarter.
And Caden Van Fossen deep for the Zeps.
Last time the Seminoles kicked off here about 4 minutes ago on game clock, Van Fossen returned it 80-plus yards for a touchdown. It was Caden Van Fossen who made that play. So now the kickoff here by Cohen, a Valentine Insurance kickoff. It's a high kick. It's over everybody's head. It's going to hit and going to scoot into the end zone. That's an automatic touchback. And that means the Zeps will take their first offensive possession of the night from the their own 20-yard line.
Good kick, and he got a great roll.
Yeah, even with a little bit of rain last week, I'm sure that ground is still pretty solid out there.
Yes.
But otherwise, the field in great shape. They're able to water the field here at Monroe Central from a pond just down behind the scoreboard here, and they've been able to keep good green grass on the field. Unlike my yard, which is not green.
You don't have a pond down below your yard.
No, I do not. So now, first offensive snap here, and quarterback is Brody Brown. Cole Van Fossen and Caden Van Fossen. And the pass out in the flat, and that is incomplete.
Brody Brown's pass intended for Kunkel.
Kunkel was the intended receiver. David Kunkel, incomplete.
Second down 10.
Second down 10. Handoff, Van Fossen. Not much running room. He's tried to get to the outside.
And that was Cole.
Yes.
Again, reminder, there's two Van Fossen brothers.
Identical twins.
And they're both the running backs. So we're pretty safe if somebody carries it just saying Van Fossen.
The ball carrier.
Pick up maybe a yard on the play.
Chase Stevens again on the stop for the Seminoles.
Chase Stevens, outside linebacker, freshman on the left side, making that tackle.
Short gain on the play, third down 9.
3rd and 9 for the Zeps.
Deep in their own territory.
Hunter Rossiter comes wide left. Again, Brown wants to throw. He has some pressure, gets out to the side, and it's incomplete. Kunkel was the intended receiver. Incomplete, and 3 and out. And 4th and 9, we will see a punt formation here by the Zeps.
And I tell you what, Monroe Central should get very good field position here. Both their receivers on about the 50.
Hunter Rossiter back as the punter. Kaiser and Dimchak standing about midfield. It's a line drive kick. Kaiser will bobble the ball, and it'll go out of bounds on the far side. And looks like at about the 44-yard line. That's where Monroe Central will start their 3rd possession. Seminoles leading 14-6. 2:59 left in period number 1. Before they get the snap off, I just want to mention here real quick the Queen candidates for homecoming here from Monroe Central are Kaylin Calder, J.C. English, Leanna Messenger, Kylie Otto, and Carlin Steed. The junior attendant is Cadence Beckett, sophomore attendant Juliana Wilson, and freshman attendant Nevaeh Burdett. And as we'll get a crowning of a queen at halftime. And they crowned a king last night at a bonfire. We'll give you that information here momentarily. Dimchak in motion, now comes back to the right. Howe under some pressure, breaks a tackle, gets a little law about here to Dimchak, who breaks a tackle across midfield, out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Some contact there after out of bounds, the official saying no as far as a penalty. Coach Calder not real pleased by that call. But Dimchak now gets out to they mark him out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Pickup of 12.
Yes.
And a Caldwell Lumber first down. And Monroe Central sideline definitely wanting a late hit there. And it probably was borderline. But the thing that, the player just barely stepped out of bounds, so sometimes you got to, give the defender the benefit of the doubt.
Has some momentum going.
Fake Kaiser, but Howe's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. First man there is Kunkel of the Zeps, and then he got some help. And that's
the backfield by Davin Kunkel.
And we've seen Kunkel in on several plays here in the early going. They'll go mark it down at the 47, loss of 3. Good penetration, Zep defense. We've seen Howe knock off a couple pretty nice runs here in the first quarter. He's probably easily over 50 yards.
Yeah, with that 59. Had 62, and that put him back down to 59.
So second and 12. Howe under center.
Pitch.
Toss to the left, Rudder. And again, he'll be hit in the backfield and dropped. Nice play there by
Ethan Cutlip.
And there's, I'll tell you what, Kunkel was also there to help on that play. The loss of another yard. Back to the 48-yard line. Well, possession before, we saw Monroe Central go backwards with a couple of penalties. And then they broke off a big play to get them back in a short yardage situation and later scored a touchdown. But they'll need to break off another big play here on 3rd and 14.
14, yeah.
Howe will go into the shotgun. Swing pass out here is caught by Rudder, but he'll go down very quickly. Cole Van Fossen up and made the play. It's going to be another loss. Back to the Seminole territory, back to the 49-yard line.
49-yard line, 4th down.
You giving that a pass or a?
I'd say pass.
Yeah. It looked like it may have been back a little bit, but we'll go ahead and go with that.
In punt formation, Ethan Cutlip deep for the Zeps.
Punting first time tonight for the Seminoles is Jet Kaiser. It's a high kick. It's going to hit short and bounce. The fielder's going to pick the ball up and fumble the football. And Monroe Central comes up with it.
And we have the first turnover of the game. And this is really in a costly position for Shenandoah.
Kason Rice, a freshman on coverage, comes up with that turnover. Bad decision there by the deep man from Shenandoah. Once the ball hit the ground, and then tried to pick it up and bobbled it. And now the Seminoles will get the ball once again. And they'll be at their own 17-yard, or at the Zeps 17-yard line. Hand off to Rudder. Running room up the middle, fighting down inside the 5. He's very close to the goal line, just short. And this possession starting in the JM Electric red zone.
That was at the 17.
Carrier inside the 5.
Well, he's down near the clock.
Hard to tell from here. It looks like he's down about the 1 or 2. They're putting it on the 1. So 16-yard run for Rudder.
And we're inside 10 seconds. I don't think the Seminoles may not get a play off here. And they do not. Boy, a snap right at the horn. But we have reached the end of 1 quarter of play. Monroe Central 14, Shenandoah 6. Back with quarter number 2 next.
This is Brian Chandler.
And Harlan Morgenstern Blackstone.
Here from Chandler Funeral Home and Cremation Service. As our local youth from Caldwell and Shenandoah hit the field this season, we want to send a huge shout out and best of luck to each and every one of you.
Whether you're on the field, the court, or the track, we're rooting for your success.
Go Zeps and go Skins. Here's to a fantastic season ahead from all of us at Chandler Funeral Home. Thank you for letting us care for your community for over 2 decades.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield.
93 BNV.
Seminoles to start quarter number 2 from the 1-yard line after that Caldwell Lumber first down run by Rudder. And they are in the J&M Electric red zone at about the 1-yard line. Howe bounced the outside on a keep, end zone touchdown. On the first play of the quarter, Cooper Howe, his 3rd touchdown.
Cooper Howe, the ball carrier, touchdown.
And that runs it to 20-6. That is a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown by Cooper Howe.
Costly penalty or turnover on the punt return fumble there by Shenandoah. and give Monroe Central credit, taking advantage of it.
Well, by my count, the Zeps have only run 3 offensive plays in that whole first quarter because of the kickoff return for a touchdown and the fumbled punt. They just had 3 offensive plays.
2 pass plays and a run.
Wyatt Cohen attempted the extra point. Is good once again.
So he gets that ball high, Jeff. I mean, it's way up there.
Hey, let's go ahead and stay here during this timeout, Dalton, if we can do that here. I mentioned the King candidates here. You know, Monroe Central does a King also with their homecoming activities. A bonfire last night, the King candidates were Zach Babcock, Wyatt Cohen, who we've seen kick 3 consecutive extra points, Mason Lundefeld, Caden Silva, and Blake Yonts. And the winner who drew the King card last night was Blake Yonts. So Blake Yonts is the Monroe Central homecoming king, and we'll find out who the queen is here in 11 minutes and 55 seconds of playing time off the clock here at halftime.
And Jeff will be seeing another homecoming next week.
Hey, at this time of year, that's
it's
expected.
that time of year, about that time, you're right. Next week here on B&B and YRP TV, we'll have Lindsley at Barnesville.
Yeah, Mark and I will be there for that one.
And that is Barnesville's homecoming.
But a beautiful night for homecoming, for the parade and everything. Even though if you got caught in traffic, you didn't like it so much. But
well, it only took me 35 minutes to get to here from McDonald's.
Cohen's Valentine Insurance kickoff. That's Van Fossen. Got a flag down, and he'll be dropped just shy of the 20-yard line.
Flag thrown right about where the tackle was made. We have a Monroe Central player that's slow in getting up.
Brought down by Ted Kaiser.
But the flag laying at about the 20-yard line, and usually that is a flag on the return team. And it is I believe that was a holding call. So that will take it back to the 10-yard line.
Zeps totally moved the ball inside the 10-yard line to the 9. First down, Shenandoah.
Zeps will start this possession at their own 9-yard line. Yeah, just a quick count. I had Monroe Central somewhere in the neighborhood of 17 offensive plays to Shenandoah's 3 in the first quarter. And with that touchdown to start the quarter, Monroe Central now leading 21-6.
Bodie Brown
tosses out.
Pitches it out.
And that's on the far side of the field. So I believe that is Caden Van Fossen.
Yes.
On the carry.
And they'll put the ball down just outside the 10.
First there for the Seminoles.
So we'll give them 2 yards.
Picked up a couple on the play. Second down 8.
Again, Shenandoah badly needs a couple offensive first downs here to at least get out of their own, so deep in their own end.
Caden Van Fossen in the backfield with Brown. Brown wants to throw it deep, and it's well overthrown.
Right now, the passing game's struggling for Shenandoah. They've tried 3 times, really haven't been close.
Third down 8.
Hunter House, the intended receiver. Braden Stempert on coverage. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Actually, it's about 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I think it's 3rd and 8, but the board is.
Oh, you're right. Yep, they just changed. Okay.
That crossbar is right across.
It is, yeah.
It runs
It's
right
hard to
across
see.
the numbers there on the scoreboard from our vantage point. Brown spins out, wants to throw a screen back. It's complete on the left side. Some running room. And that's going to get a first down, it appears, as long as he stayed in bounds on the far side. It looks like he did. And that's going to be a Caldwell Lumber first down.
That was to Van Fossen.
And I think it was Cole Van Fossen. Gabe Eng drove him out of bounds over about the 23-yard line.
First down, Shenandoah.
So 12 yards.
But a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Zeps, and that will be, I believe, would be their first down of the game.
And we said that was Cade, correct? Van Fossen?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Two receivers come wide right, one wide left. Brown will roll to the right. He tries to swing it out in the flat, incomplete, intended for McPeak.
Dave McPeak was open. They could have gotten it to him.
Second down 10.
McPeak, only a freshman, 5'3", 125 pounds.
A lot of young kids on the field here on both sides of the ball for the Zeps. Part of the rebuilding process that Coach McLean is going through there at Shenandoah. That will bring up second down and 10. Cutlip comes wide right. They'll throw it over to the left. Again, a quick out. Short gain. Everything on the far side, which obviously makes it hard for us to see. Rossiter, maybe? Hunter House.
A.J. Rudder and Ashton Lombatis on the stop of the Seminole.
Short gain out across the 25 to about the 27, 28-yard line.
Third down 6.
Another third down situation here. Along that offensive front there for the Zeps, Caden Rucker, Rocco McGee, Braden McElfresh, Zayden Bennett, and Aiden France. Brown wants to throw over the sideline. The ball is just over top the intended receiver, incomplete.
Brown's pass intended for
Cole Van Fossen was the intended receiver, but it will be incomplete.
It'll be fourth down and 6.
And that will create another punt situation for the Zeps.
And again, barring any kind of problems, Monroe Central should get very good position here to start their next drive.
Rossiter will be in punt formation. Kaiser and Demchek are deep for the Seminoles. Pressure's on. There's some contact and no flag on the punter near block. It's picked up there by Demchek. Tries to get around to the left side. Breaks a couple of tackles, and he'll be brought down on an ankle-high tackle there about the 45-yard line. Hunter McCollum with a nice tackle there, wrapped Demchek up at about the 45-yard line.
That was a nice tackle. He may have gone quite a distance, if not all the way, if not for that tackle. Wasn't anybody in front of him.
Well, he went right for the legs and had him wrapped up well. But as you stated, pretty good field position for Monroe Central, and they have scored on 3 of their 4 possessions thus far. And the one time they punted, the Zeps fumbled. Howe on a quick out here to Farnsworth. He'll cut up inside the 45. He'll be brought down short of the 50. Out to the 48-yard line.
David Tunkel and Cole Van Fossen on the stop. Picked up 3 yards on the play. Second down 7.
I can hear somebody in the Shenandoah crowd over there yelling about a clip.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was going to get called too.
I saw one that I wouldn't have been surprised if I would have seen the flag go. But it not. Play gain 3 yards, so second and 7 now. Seminoles with the ball on their own 48-yard line. Man in motion. Howe takes the snap, wants to keep it. He'll be stacked up before he gets to the 50-yard line by a whole bunch of white jersey Zeps.
Pick up to the 50-yard line.
So name anybody on that defense, they're probably right there. They'll put him down right at the 50-yard line.
We'll give him 2 yards. Howe now 62 yards rushing on 8 carries.
Yeah, Howe came into the game on the year with 386 yards rushing. He was the leading rusher. The Seminoles, 760 yards passing and about 50% completion rate. Howe looks like he was going to throw it to the outside. Now he's going to keep it right up the middle. He's going to have a first down and get across the 40 to 35-yard line before he's finally wrestled down.
Hunter House on the stop.
Hunter House among the tacklers there. That's going to be a Caldwell Lumber first down.
Be 17 yards for Howe.
have been a very effective part of the Seminole attack here tonight, has been that straight quarterback run. And give some credit to that offensive line, for making things happen there. Jared Seabaugh, Lucas Stiver, Parker Seifert, Talon Stein, and Braden Baker, along with tight end Corbin Farnsworth.
Got a special guest here in the stands, Jeff.
Howell's pass is caught by Farnsworth, breaks away from the tackler. He's going to be down inside the 20-yard line.
Pass complete to Corbin Farnsworth.
He's going to be down to about the 19-yard line.
Picked up to the 19-yard line.
So that'd be a 14-yard gain.
And that is a trip once again into the J&M Electric red zone on that Caldwell Lumber first down pass play from Howell to Farnsworth.
Howell now 5 for 5, passing the ball.
Well, that was a nice catch there, but Farnsworth, it was well defended there, and he was able to break away from that defender and turn that into a big gain. Now we'll get a handoff here to Rutter. Has a big hole up the middle. He's down inside the 10. Down near the 8-yard line. And that's going to be another Caldwell Lumber first down. And they put the ball at the 8-yard line.
Pick up inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, Seminole.
Seminoles threatening to go on the board once again. Howe keeps outside. We'll get a flag down. He's going to get inside, very near the 5-yard line, but this, I'm sure, is going to come back. This is probably a holding call on the outside by one of the Seminoles. And official Rex Foster says holding Monroe Central. We're at 6:22 left here, first half, 21-6 Seminoles. And that's going to take the ball back. We'll see where they put down here. They're back almost to the 20, about the 19-yard line.
Back to the 19-yard line.
And that's first and goal. What kind of first and 19 plays you got in your book, Mark?
I don't know. They've gotten several big plays tonight.
Yeah, double wings to the right.
There he is. He's got a man open.
Right, and that ball's going to be caught down near it's short of the goal line. Farnsworth is going to be on the reception. And that's going to get the penalty yardage back. We'll see where they put the ball down.
On the 2, so that'd be a 15-yard gain.
Second and goal.
Farnsworth now 4 catches. Howell 6 for 6.
Running back Rutter to the right of Howell in the backfield. And Howell will keep up the middle, score.
Touchdown.
2-yard touchdown run, Cooper Howell.
That's four touchdowns now for Cooper Howell.
And that is a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown coming at 5:53 left in the second quarter. Cooper Howell, as Mark said, his 4th touchdown.
And do we have a player of the game tonight, Jeff?
We do not for Monroe Central. We have a sponsored player of the game for the Zeps, but not for Monroe Central.
Okay.
Extra point attempt here by Cohen. Wyatt Cohen's kick is good.
5:53 remaining in the first half.
So at 5 minutes, 53 seconds left before halftime, Monroe Central 28, Shenandoah 6.
At Abels, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative
that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at DutrosAuto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield.
93 BNV.
Valentine Insurance kickoff there by Wyatt Cohen, taken by Van Fossen. He has some running room on the far side across the 30 to the 40-yard line, and we'll get a flag down. And from here, I think we might have a horse collar.
That's what I was thinking, the same thing. I don't think it was a face mask. I think you're right, a horse collar.
But that's a good return there by Van Fossen, and I think that was Cole Van Fossen that time.
Yeah, well, yes, it was 32, correct.
And it was Caden Van Fossen on the kickoff return earlier. But this is a nice return out to the 40-yard line, and if
15 more yards added onto it.
And they're saying like face mask. You can't tell. We're a long way off there, but I think it was a definite flag. So this is going to take the Zeps down to start, and this is their first venture into Monroe Central territory. And I say, by my count, Shenandoah here in the first quarter and a half has only run 9 offensive plays. But this is by far their best starting position at the Monroe Central 44-yard line. Brown keeps it to left side. Nowhere to go. He's going to be swarmed under. He may have lost a yard.
Brown, the ball carrier.
Lucas Stiver among the tacklers.
Yeah, lose a yard on that, Jeff.
Second down and 11.
Monroe's only run the ball 3 times, and they have 1 yard on those 3 carries.
And quarterback Brown, he's just a sophomore. Brody Brown. He's going to toss it on there to Van Fossen, and he'll get about the line of scrimmage, and he'll be brought down there by Cooper Howe.
That'll be Caden Van Fossen.
And they we'll give him the yard back that was lost on the previous play to the 44-yard line.
Third down 10.
So 3rd and 10. You'd have to think probably with the score of what it is and where it's at, probably 4 down territory.
4.5 minutes, clock moving,
We'll
28-6 Monroe Central. Again, 3 receivers in a tight formation to the left. 1 receiver here to the right. Brown wants to throw. Throws it up in the air. Ball's tipped and drops. No good. Demchek was the defender.
Had 2 receivers right there together. Sort of threw it in between. One reached up and sort of just barely battered away from, I think, who's the intended man.
Kunkel and...
they are going to punt it. Okay.
And see, Kunkel and McPeak were both in this area there, but really, the ball was kind of in between the 2 of them. And that will put Rossiter back in punt formation once again on this 4th and 10. 4:13 left, opening half. 28-6 Seminoles. That's a high kick over to the left. It looks like a fair catch. Well, no, I guess not a fair catch. And Demchak takes the ball and goes out of bounds on the far side. Wolfmere almost looked like he put a hand up for a fair catch.
I thought so too, yeah.
Maybe he's shielding these from the glare of the lights. I don't know. But no flag down. Demchak then forced out of bounds over on the far sideline. And they'll put the ball down
Run out of bounds to
24-yard line.
And Jeff, is this the farthest back they've started an offensive set?
Yes, the first 2 possessions started at the 34 and the 36. But this is their poorest starting field position. Seminoles still have all 3 timeouts left at 4:01 on the clock. 2 backs beside Howe now in the backfield. They'll fake, and Howe will keep it. Has running room right up the middle to near the 30-yard line.
Cooper Howe, the ball carrier.
Pick up about 5.
For the Zeps.
I think McPeak among the tacklers there for the Zeps.
So long 5 yards on that. Actually, they're going to give him 6.
I was going to say, from here where the chains are, yeah, 6 would probably be the call. Knows the ball just shy of the 30. Rudder straight ahead. He's going to be very close to first down. I think he does have a Caldwell Lumber first down. They'll put the ball down at the 35-yard line.
So we'll give him 4 yards on that carry. And Rudder now is up to 62 yards rushing on 8 carries.
Football right at the 35-yard line. Aiden France, one of the tacklers. They're the big defensive tackle for the Zeps on that play. Clock moving at 2:45, first half. Howe under center. He wants to throw. So down the middle. He's got a man down there.
Wow.
That's Dimchak wide open. He makes the catch. He's going to sprint to the corner and...
Oh, my, just short.
Great effort there by Max Dimchak to try to get to the end zone, but he gets down just short. Let's give credit to the defensive play there that brought him down there by Ethan Cutlip. But that is another trip to the J&M Electric red zone for the Seminoles and a Caldwell Lumber first down, and see where they put the ball down. I can't tell from here, Mark. What are we going to call it? About the 2?
They've got it on the 2 is according to the scoreboard.
Yep.
And what do you got, that 52 yards?
That's too big a math for me. That's going to be 60 plus.
That's right.
The ball was at the 35. That's going to be about 63 yards.
Yeah.
And we're going to hand off to the end zone, touchdown. And I think that's A.J. Rudder. And that coming at 2:07 remaining in the first half. A.J. Rudder's first touchdown of the night. A Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown on the 2-yard run. And Wyatt Cohen on once again for the extra point attempt. Snaps down, Dimchak's the holder, kicks up, it's high, and it is straight through. Wyatt Cohen is 5 of 5. So 2:07 remaining in the first quarter. Monroe Central 35 and Shenandoah 6.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at Dutro'sAuto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
Protect what matters most with Sue Snowd, State Farm Agent in Caldwell, Ohio. With over 30 years of experience serving Noble County, Sue and her team offer personalized coverage for auto, home, life, health, renters, and business insurance. Conveniently located on East Street, they're here to help you plan for the unexpected. Call 740-732-2786 today for a free quote, or stop by the office. Like a good neighbor, Sue Snowd is there, ready to serve your insurance needs with care and confidence.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield.
93 BNV.
Another Valentine Insurance kickoff by Wyatt Cohen. Bounce is there, and high bounce taken by one of the upbacks for the Zeps. He'll be across the 35-yard line.
That'll be Tage McPeak.
He'll get to the, let's see where they put it down near the 40.
Tage McPeak on the return. Carter Fry and Jaden Brown on the stop for the Seminoles.
So 2:02 left here before halftime. We'll see what the Zeps can get going here as they'll start at their own 36-yard line. I'm going to try to catch a few scores here when we go to our halftime break to give you a Surgeon Construction scoreboard update. First down Zeps at their own 37-yard line, 36.
Let's see, Brown with the keeper.
That's one of the better offensive plays as far as yardage out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
It's going to be close to 5 yards.
Brown, the ball carrier. Lucas Stiver on the stop.
Yep, 5 yards.
Gets to the 41-yard line. Second down 5.
Shenandoah has 8 yards total tonight on 5 carries.
Have they completed the pass yet?
2.
And not much yardage there
either. No, just 16 yards total.
Second down and 5. Brown, again, wants to throw. Looking downfield. And it's going to overshoot everybody. And if we're going to get a flag down.
Looked like he may have been held up a little bit there.
Back judge with the flag. Hunter House, intended receiver. Double coverage there by the Seminoles. This is probably going to go against the Seminoles. Eng and Demchek were the defenders over on that side of the field. And it is a pass interference call against Monroe Central.
Against the Seminoles.
And that will take the ball across midfield into Seminole territory at about, and I'll put it down at the 44-yard line.
Monroe Central now penalized 4 times for 50 yards.
And that is a Caldwell Lumber first down. Again, Brown dropped straight back throw under pressure, and he'll go down. A big loss. Corbin Farnsworth with the sack. We're going to get a timeout by the Zeps. A loss of about 10 yards. And while they're at this timeout,
Shenandoah.
give me a chance here to run through our sponsors once again that I've not done since pregame. Our game sponsors are Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Sue Snowd State Farm, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Dutro Ford, Lincoln Nissan, and Chandler Funeral Home. And our end-game sponsors there, Valentine Insurance have sponsored the kickoffs. He's getting a lot of airtime tonight.
Yes.
First downs, Caldwell Lumber. Red zone trips to J&M Electric. All touchdowns, and we've had a lot of those tonight, courtesy of Kemp Insurance Agency. We'll try to get you a scoreboard update here at halftime by Surgeon Construction.
Well, while you're mentioned, Jeff, just a couple real quick. Union Local over Cambridge, 28-0. Buckeye Trail losing 28-8 to Malvern. And Meadowbrook over Coshocton, 21-10.
No scoreboard updates by Surgeon Construction.
Also, Caldwell over Rosecrans, 42-14. Those are all second quarter scores.
And Morgan is leading 14-7 over John Glenn. And Van Fossen, Caden Van Fossen, no gain.
Also a game close here. River over Shayside right now, 21-0.
Any instant replays that you have on YRP TV, courtesy of High Street Seneca, and a post-game we will have a Shenandoah Zep player of the game. No sponsorship for the Seminoles. Little screen pass complete. And they'll get the lost yardage back. That's going to be complete to Hunter House. He'll be out about the 45-yard line, and we'll get another timeout. And I think that is a Zep timeout.
And Carter Fry on the stop.
So that'd be an 8-yard gain, but it's going to bring up 4th and 11.
And I'm not sure. I think that was a Zep timeout, so they're down to 1. And you say it's 4th and 11. Carter Fry, another freshman on the field for the Seminoles, made that tackle. His grandfather, a longtime defensive coordinator for the River Pilots, Tim Fry.
Oh, no Tim well. I didn't realize he had a grandson here.
And Tim, longtime track coach
yes,
also.
Yes, that's how I know him, yeah.
On that. So next time I see Tim, I'll be in big trouble for mentioning his name on the air. 25 seconds on the clock. 35-6, Monroe Central leading. It's 4th and 11 for the Zeps coming off this timeout. And they will line up with their offense and go for it. Brown in the shotgun. Van Fossen beside him. Brown wants to throw. There's some pressure once again, steps away, tries to get up the field, has some running room. He's going to be brought down short of the first down. He was pursued there by Corbin Farnsworth.
Brought down by Corbin Farnsworth. Seminole will take over on down.
He's going to pick up about 8 yards, but he needed 11. So Monroe Central will take over now at their own 37-yard line. And with 17 seconds on the clock, Seminoles do have all 3 timeouts left. Offensive staff there Coach Nixon and head coach Calder talking with Cooper Howe as he goes to the huddle. With the running room that Howe has had tonight, then anything's possible here even from the 37-yard line. Howe will hand the ball off to Rudder, straight ahead. He's got running room across midfield to the 45 where he'll be brought down, and Seminoles are going to call timeout.
That'd be a 20-yard gain for Rudder.
A Caldwell Lumber first down.
Pick up to the 42-yard line.
Put the ball just shy of the 42. 20-yard pickup, you say? Yes.
Yes. And A.J. Rudder now, 84 yards rushing now on 10 carries.
And Howe with over 100, so that's quite an impressive first half of rushing by the Seminoles here tonight. 10 seconds on the clock. Monroe Central spending that timeout. And from this position on the field, you can run a play and call another timeout, possibly downfield on the deep pass. With 10 seconds on the clock, that was a Caldwell Lumber first down. Seminoles now at their Zep 43-yard line, leading 35-6.
Well, we saw them complete a long pass in the last series. They got him down to the 2.
Eng and Kaiser to the left. Kaiser goes in motion. Howe drops straight back, steps away from some pressure, but now he's going to be sacked in the backfield, and the ball pops loose, but we did have a whistle, and this is going to be picked up and run to the end zone by the Zeps, but it's not going to count because a whistle had blown. That is David Kunkel who picked up the loose ball and ran it, but the ball was whistled dead, and that will be halftime, and I'm sure the Zep side of the field not real happy about
Coach
that.
Matt McLean is livid on the other side.
And there was a lot of traffic in there. Was the forward progress stopped? Possibly. And the official blew the whistle, and they will go halftime. So we have reached halftime here at Monroe Central High School. Homecoming activities coming up. The score, Monroe Central 35 and Shenandoah 6.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
From the Ohio News Network,
This is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Report. What all goes into educating and coaching more than 3,000 game officials here in Ohio? We'll discuss that and more with Bo Rugg of the Ohio High School Athletic Association next on the Ohio News Network.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision, in every season.
Friday night under the lights reminds us teamwork, dedication, and community start in our schools. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wenson, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we are proud to sponsor tonight's game and even prouder to support our public schools. Whether it's touchdowns or textbooks, success starts with a strong foundation. From the classroom to the end zone, we believe in every student's potential because in Ohio, public education matters.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids at Beck's. They are and will remain farmers at heart, said. Welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We are joined for a few minutes this evening by Bo Rugg, Director of Officiating and Sport Management with the OHSAA. And Bo, we've talked about it before in regards to officiating. What's the hardest part about retaining good officials and then I guess recruiting newer and younger ones who might want to do it?
Yeah, it's interesting. We've done a great job of exposure of officiating with our online platform, with our partners from Ref Reps and classes, and we have over 200 schools that are teaching it. So our raw numbers on people taking the course are great. The challenge for us is getting them from taking a course to getting comfortable being trained and onto the court, field, pool, diamond. That's really on the backs of our local associations to do. We've helped them with providing them with some funding. It's that kind of transformation that is difficult. And then you go into the retention end that is also tough. I mean, when you're a 5, 6, 7-year official, our biggest retention tool is getting them exposed to tournaments. And again, for most of our sports, sans football and field hockey and lacrosse, our district boards handle the lower levels, and they need to be our partners in getting people involved and getting them with some young people, with veteran people, and getting them exposed to the tournament thing. And that's really the biggest deal as it relates to the continuum of going from getting started to being retained and staying here for a long time.
Well, Bo, I know you oversee like 3,000 officials across the state of Ohio. We know those officials are human beings. I mean, much like players, coaches, broadcasters, I mean, we all make mistakes. How do you handle something like what we read about last week during the Marion local Versailles football game that, we really went viral? I mean, this isn't pro football where you have additional officials, video review, etc. We know officials want to get calls correctly. I mean, similar to players and coaches who want to do well, nobody misses a call on purpose, but what do you tell your folks who may have missed a call? I mean, similar to a coach talking to a player who may have made a mistake, to either help them or in a lot of cases just picking them up?
Yeah. Well, as a football administrator, I'm talking to both groups. I'm talking to the officials and I'm talking to the coaches, right?
Right.
So, in the officials' end, it's like what I try to do is say, what were you looking at? And were you looking at the right things? My whole thing, and we're choosing who we look at. 22 players, 5 or 6 officials. You're choosing who you're watching. What we try to say is, are you watching the most important people? And sometimes it's like, yeah, you're looking at the right person, but you just didn't have the right angle. And maybe you did everything right, but, a situation where you just couldn't see it. The Marion local one, the person that's on the play is looking right through the back of the person and couldn't see it. Now, could we have gotten the help from others? And that's how we talk to people is, what are you looking at? What are you thinking about? What's the play? And how are we reacting to it? And it's the same with the coaches. I had one just last week on one that I said, I went through everything that they were watching, and it's a clear foul, but I'm not sure who's going to see it because back judge is watching this, line judge is watching this, lines are watching this. And I said, by the time they're turning to this, they missed it. That it's a reality. There's a reason why in Big Ten and those they have 8 officials. In the passing game, they've got one for every eligible receiver. We don't. So we're choosing. And that's the reality. The thing is that good officials are just like coaches. They're looking at video. They're saying, what could I have done better and how can I improve going forward? That's what you're telling your players. That's what coaches are doing. That's how we evaluate. So I just try to link it that we're all the same, just as you said. We're all human. We're all the same. The key is, can it make you and help you get better?
Bo Rugg, Director of Officiating and Sport Management with the OHSAA. Bo, we could talk for hours about this stuff. Thanks for coming on, okay?
Thanks, Skip. Appreciate it.
And we'll be back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's Player with Heart, Josephine Henry from Global Impact STEM Academy, for her commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
I love being able to learn life lessons on the field that I can apply off the field. And it gives me a community of people that I can learn and grow with, but it also teaches me so much about what it means to be a leader.
Leadership, something Josie strives for, whether in sports or in her other activities, like 4-H and FFA.
Learning how to be a leader and growing into being a young adult and just learning life skills in real time and just gaining that early on in your high school career. I think that's so great.
And farming is at the center of it all.
Agriculture is kind of the center of our community. And so it really brings so many people together. We kind of bond in our community over agriculture.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks again to Bo Rugg of the OHSAA for joining us tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Bex Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling from the Ohio News Network.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
This is Ken Perkins. Robin and I and the staff at McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home want to wish Noble County athletes from Shenandoah and Caldwell High Schools an exciting fall sports season. We also want to wish all students a successful school year on and off the field. In our tight-knit community, our kids are our future, and we are honored to watch them succeed. McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home invites you to visit us at www.mcveigh-perkins.com or on Facebook.
pursue a master's degree in business and a minor in marketing. She plans to then get a job, start a family, and hopefully retire early. Her most memorable Seminole moment is cheering in the student section at the football and basketball games along with her best friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss J.C. English. Our next candidate is Miss Leanna Messenger. She is escorted tonight by her father, Michael Messenger, and is the daughter of Michael and Letitia Messenger of Cameron. Leanna is a varsity cheerleader for football, basketball, and the game day competition squad. She is a 6-year member of FFA, where she has had multiple leadership roles, including treasurer, Seminole, and is currently the chapter president. She is also a member of the National Honor Society, where she serves as president. She was selected as class president for her freshman, sophomore, and junior years. Outside of school, she is involved as a member of the Riverfront Wranglers 4-H Club and regularly attends the Cameron Church of Christ. Her future plans are to attend Washington State College and pursue a degree in radiology. Her most memorable Seminole moment is participating in clubs and sports that has brought her closer to the people who are now her lifelong best friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Leanna Messenger. Miss Kaylee Otto is our next queen candidate. She is the father of she is escorted by her father, Jerry Otto, and is the daughter of Jerry Otto and Shelby Boyard of Jerusalem. She is a member of Adventure Club, Fellowship of Christian Students, National Honor Society, FFA, and Key Club, where she serves as the president, and Pep Club, where she is a representative. Kylie has been a member of the Bellsville Busy Bee 4-H for the past 8 years and is the vice president. Lastly, she is a 4-H camp counselor and has participated in 2 years of Monroe Central Volleyball and Club Gold South Volleyball. Her future plans are to finish her associate's degree at Belmont College and transfer to a 4-year school and pursue a degree that is yet to be decided. Her most memorable Seminole moment is following the Monroe Central basketball team during their 2025 state title run and watching her classmates and her cousin become the first ever basketball state champions at Monroe Central. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kylie Otto. And our last queen candidate is Miss Carlin Steed, escorted by her father, Sean Steed. She is the daughter of Sean and Carly Steed of Woodsfield. Carlin is a 2-year member of the girls' basketball team and a 3-year member of the volleyball team. She is an active student involved in many clubs and organizations and has participated in 4 years of Key Club, 2 years of Pep Club, Student Council, and the Central Link yearbook staff, where she serves as the editor-in-chief. She is also a 12-year participant in 4-H, where she takes market animals, and she has been a 4-H camp counselor for the past 4 years. She has also served as club secretary for 4-H and been elected as the junior attendant last year. She is a Belmont College CCP student, and outside of school, she works at Traditions as a waitress. Her future plans are to attend college, study dental hygiene, get married, and start a family. Her most memorable Seminole moment is participating in all the game themes, getting ready with her friends, and celebrating the wins after the games. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlin Steed. Ladies and gentlemen, last year's king and queen, Miss Grace Swisher, who is the daughter of Jeff and Sarah Swisher of Louisville. She has been furthering her education at Ohio University, where she is a student in pre-early childhood elementary ed. Ladies, please open your roses.
This girl in the middle here is having a hard time getting hers open. Everybody else has got them open.
Ladies and gentlemen, your homecoming queen is Miss Carlin Steed.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. And on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
This is Brian Chandler.
And Hallie Morgenstern Blackstone.
Here from Chandler Funeral Home and Cremation Service. As our local youth from Caldwell and Shenandoah hit the field this season, we want to send a huge shout out and best of luck to each and every one of you.
Whether you're on the field, the court, or the track, we're rooting for your success.
Go Zeps and go Skins. Here's to a fantastic season ahead from all of us at Chandler Funeral Home. Thank you for letting us care for your community for over 2 decades.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
Protect what matters most with Sue Snowd, State Farm Agent in Caldwell, Ohio. With over 30 years of experience serving Noble County, Sue and her team offer personalized coverage for auto, home, life, health, renters, and business insurance. Conveniently located on East Street, they're here to help you plan for the unexpected. Call 740-732-2786 today for a free quote, or stop by the office. Like a good neighbor, Sue Snowd is there, ready to serve your insurance needs with care and confidence.
All right, back here at Monroe Central High School, just finishing up halftime activities, and Monroe Central leading in this game 35-6 at the half. And there during halftime activities, Miss Carlin Steed had the proper colored rose and was named the homecoming queen. And last night, Blake Yonts was the homecoming king. Well, we've got a couple minutes. Mark, why don't you go ahead and hit some yardage?
There we go. Okay. Shenandoah, first thing, as you would expect, the number's not very good. They've got 24 passing, so only 29 yards of offense from the line of scrimmage. Brody Brown is 3 of 10 passing the ball. He was sacked one time for 10 yards. Caden Van Fossen has a catch for 12 yards. Hunter Hose, 2 catches for 12 yards. Brody Brown, 12 yards rushing. Cole Van Fossen, 1 yard. Caden Van Fossen, 3 yards. For Monroe Central, also 30 yards in penalties on 3 calls for Shenandoah. 1 fumble. All right, Monroe Central, right now Cooper Howell is perfect throwing the ball, 7 of 7. He did get sacked once for 7 yards. Corbin Farnsworth has 4 catches for 55 yards. Max Demchek, 75 yards on 2 catches. And A.J. Rudder, 1 catch for -2. Rushing the ball, Cooper Howell, 80 yards on 12 carries. Jet Kaiser, 5 yards on 2 carries. And A.J. Rudder, 84 yards on 10 carries. So add everything up, 169 yards rushing, 127 passing for the Seminoles, 296 yards from the line of scrimmage. And they have been penalized 4 times for 50 yards.
And that is 4 touchdowns for Cooper Howell and 1 for A.J. Rudder. They're in the first half, and Wyatt Cohen perfect kicking. Our Valentine Insurance kickoff here over near the sideline. It'll be taken by Van Fossen, and he goes out of bounds as the ball was headed out of bounds. Because Cole Van Fossen. Now, the only thing there is, Mark, if that ball goes out of bounds.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
Zeps would get the ball on the 35-yard line.
And that definitely was going out of bounds.
And they take the ball now, and he goes out of bounds at about the 20. Yes, about the 20-yard line. So maybe a bad choice there by Cole Van Fossen. The highlight of the Zeps first half was Caden Van Fossen with an 85-yard kickoff return after the first Monroe Central touchdown. And that was really the only thing that have given the Zep fans much to cheer about here tonight, is it's 35-6. We're still not at the 30-point mark, it's a 29-point difference, so we are under regular clock operation here yet in the third quarter. Brown fakes a handoff. Now he throws the ball out in the flat on the right side. That ball is incomplete. Intended for Ethan Cutlip.
Intended for Ethan Cutlip, incomplete. Second down 10. Brown, when he's set and has his feet set, throws the ball pretty well, but he's struggled tonight throwing it on the run. And it looks like there might be a flag down. Nope, never mind, that's not.
And Brody Brown, just a sophomore,
right.
And if my reading some things in the preseason, I don't believe he played last year. So, as a first-year kid. Here's the handoff here to Van Fossen, who breaks away from one tackler, gets across the 30.
He's going to have a first down. That's going to be about a 12-yard gain.
That is Caden Van Fossen, and that is a Caldwell Lumber first down.
And that is the biggest offensive play of the night for Shenandoah.
They put the ball down at the 32-yard line.
As you said, they only had 5 yards rushing in the entire first half, and he just picked up 12 on that play.
And Zeps put 2 receivers to the right, 1 wide to the left. Brown on a quick out. It's complete. They're out to near the 35-yard line. That's Hunter House on the reception. Put him down about the 34. So that's only going to be about 3 yards. We've not seen the Zeps go downfield very many times here today. It's mostly been the short passing game.
Pick up to the 35, second down 7. Now, Brown is only 4 for 12 now throwing. He's got to throw again.
Again, short pass. It's going to be caught, but very little yardage.
They might just get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it.
Receiver is Cutlip.
Cutlip, yep.
Kaiser with a big hit on the far side. Put the ball, like you say, about the line of scrimmage, so at the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 7. And pair of receivers, including Hunter Rossiter, coming here to the left. There's a pitch to Van Fossen. He has running room. He'll have a 1st down before he's tripped up on the far side across the 45. That's a Caldwell Lumber 1st down. Cole Van Fossen. Put him at the 47. That's about another 12-yard pickup.
Yeah. And that was Caden also, correct? Or is that Cole?
You're asking the wrong person.
Well, we know it was that Van Fossen. We apologize. They're 32 and 33, and from this far away, it's very difficult to see the numbers, even with binoculars.
Well,
okay, it was Caden then.
Yes. Brown now takes a snap and designed run. He's across midfield. He'll get about 4 yards. And a late whistle, and the clock is stopping. There was a fumble.
Okay, you're brought down by A.J. Ritter.
No, really don't see anybody celebrating.
Barnsworth and Lucas Stiver fumble on the play, recovered by the Seminoles.
Wow, okay.
Recovered by Monroe Central, and they say Lucas Stivers, PA man Lance LaFollette calls, so we'll go with that. So Monroe Central has the ball now at their own 49-yard line. That's the second turnover?
Fumble, yes. Yes, second turnover, both fumbles. So a chance here now. Monroe Central getting the ball on their own 49. 9:28 to go, 35-6, Monroe Central lead.
Again, Howell in the backfield. Hands the ball to Rudder. He has running room across the 35, near the 35, he's across the 40, but there is a flag down.
That'd be a 15-yard gain, but we'll see what the call is here.
And it's a holding call against the Seminoles.
That was called by the sideline judge.
Hey, did you notice that? I believe he's left-handed. I think he threw that flag out there left-handed. But that would be 10 yards from the point of the foul, which is going to be about 4 yards downfield. So this will take the ball back to the 42. So call it about first again, at about 17. Seminoles with a few more penalties, I'm sure, than Coach Calder would like here thus far. Fake handoff to Rudder. Howe now trying to get to the outside to the left. Has some running room. He's up near the original line of scrimmage, and he'll be brought down on the far sideline near the Shenandoah bench.
Cooper Howell, the ball carrier.
It's going to be about a 10-yard gain for Howell.
Aiden McPeak, one of the tacklers for the Zeps on that far side. Put it to the 48-yard line.
It'll be 2nd down 8.
2nd down and 7, 8. Seminoles need to the 41-yard line, so I would call it 2nd and 7. Again, a quick pitch inside to Kaiser. He'll keep his balance and lunge for the stakes on the far side. I think he's going to be just short. And that is a pass, I believe, Mark. That was a kind of that forward pitch.
Yes.
Kaiser will be down just shy.
It's going to be 3rd down 1.
So we'll give him 7 yards on that.
Give him the 42-yard line, 3rd down and a yard. And it is considered a passing play because if the ball's not caught, then it is an incomplete pass. So it's a relatively safe play. Hand off to Rudder, right side. He's going to have the 1st down near the 35-yard line where he'll be pulled down there by.
It'll be a 7-yard gain for Rudder.
Bennett among the tacklers for the Zeps. And that will be a Caldwell Lumber first down to the 35-yard line.
Monroe Central now 2 backs close to 100 yards. Cooper Howell has 90, and Rudder has 91.
Yeah, the offensive front there of the Seminoles, having a lot
Did a nice job,
a lot of success here today. That's starting group, for the lineup was given before the game. There included Lucas Stiver, Jared Seaball, Parker Seifert, Talon Stein, and Braden Baker. The pass is waiting for a signal. It is caught and it's intercepted.
Wow, okay. I was blocked there, but I thought it was the first
and that is
Van Fossen.
Yeah, Cole Van Fossen.
Very close to hitting the ground there. It was a very low, good catch.
Everybody kind of hesitated there to the one official on this near side come in. So Zeps will take over. First Monroe Central turnover. Zeps now at the 28-yard line. And Cooper Howe's percentages have been pretty good here throwing the ball today.
He's 9 for 9, but only 8 of them to his own receivers.
Yeah. So I guess technically that's 8 for 9, but
yes. All 9 have been caught.
So no incompletions.
Right.
And unfortunately for the Seminoles, 1 interception.
That is the first turnover of the night for the Seminoles.
Now Brown will now for the Zeps go under center. Hand off to Van Fossen. That's Caden Van Fossen. Wow. He'll be pulled down in the backfield. I'm not sure if he even got back to the line of scrimmage. Barnesworth, who's played a strong game in his defensive end position, they're making the tackle. No gain. We're 7 minutes left, third quarter. Monroe Central leading this game 35-6. It's the same place that they were at the halftime. This is the second Zep possession here of the third quarter. Brown again under center. Handoff. Van Fossen again. That's Caden, I believe. And there's a late flag. There was some activity there. Or I guess they say Cole Van Fossen was a carrier. And there's a late flag. And this is going to cost somebody 15 yards. And I see the Seminoles look like they're the officials look like they're going to step this off against the Zeps.
Both teams are walking sort of back.
Yeah, both teams must think they're guilty.
It's going to be on Shenandoah, it looks like.
It's the official looking to, and this is going to be a dead ball foul also, personal foul. So this will take the ball back to the 20-yard line.
45 yards and penalties now for the Zeps. Monroe Central with 50.
So that down counts. So this now second down and real long, close to 20. They need to the 38. The ball's at about the 19. So we'll call it third down and 19. Brown hands off. Fakes the handoff. Even though it keeps it around the right side. Has a little bit of running room. And then we'll get a late flag again.
Another one.
We've seen several flags tonight come from officials that were a long way off. They're showing the strength of their arm on throwing that flag.
That was a nice game for Brown if it counts, but it doesn't look like it's going to the way they're walking back.
He was out of bounds about 6 yards short of the first down. But again, the Zeps walking back toward the end zone. And it is a holding call.
That would have been a 13-yard gain.
We'll see where they step this off. I missed again. It was past the line of scrimmage, so it's 10 yards from the point of the foul. Coach Calder kind of out to the official there trying to get an explanation.
They're seeing what they want to do. Yeah, they're going to take the penalty.
I think that was the discussion there on whether they wanted to take the penalty or that would have brought up about a 4th and about 8. But now that's going to take it back now. They'll put the ball down at about where it was before, about the 19-yard line.
19-yard line. Third down 19.
So, as you heard there, 3rd and 19 again. And that would have been the biggest play from line of scrimmage tonight if it had counted. 13-yard gain for Brown.
Yeah, he's fake inside and got around the end on his right side and had some running room. But now 3rd and 19. Again, hand off to Van Fossen. Has a little bit of running room. He's going to bounce the outside, and he's got a lot of running room. 30, 35. Still on his feet to the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a first down. That's Caden Van Fossen out to the 40-yard line. That's a 21-yard pickup.
Yes.
And a Caldwell Lumber first down. Excellent job there by Van Fossen. Caden. And go along with that 85-yard kickoff return. He shows that he has pretty nice speed.
He's got 50 yards now rushing on 8 carries.
And I'm sure that is the leading rusher for the Zeps.
Yes.
Again, we do have a Shenandoah Zep player of the game to award after this game tonight. Brown handoff. Van Fossen. This is Cole Van Fossen this time. Short gain across the 40 to about the 42 maybe.
Van Fossen, the ball carrier. Kip Kaiser and Braden Stempert on the stop.
We'll give him 2 yards on that carry.
Kaiser and Stempert credited with the tackle.
Yep, they're going to say 3. Very good. Long 3, short 2.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll call it 2.5. We don't deal in fractions here.
That's right.
Again, receiver wide left, 1 wide right. Brown, handoff inside. Van Fossen, that's Caden. Breaks a tackle across the 45, close to the 48-yard line.
Caden Van Fossen, the ball carrier. Gabe Ing on the stop for the Seminole.
Ing with the tackle.
Put the ball down at the 49-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd down 1.
3rd and a yard.
So we'll give him 7 yards on that.
Yeah, I'd say 7 yards. 4.5, inside 4.5 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Monroe Central leading 35-6. Shenandoah, this is about their longest offensive possession, and they've been
penalized a couple times.
Had a couple penalties here, and they've still gotten the ball out near midfield.
Big penalties.
Fakes inside. Brown wants to roll to the right, looking downfield. Now he's
Nobody
going to
open.
run. It's across midfield, 45-40, goes out of bounds on the far side.
And a late hit.
He got hit late out of bounds. We're a long way off here.
And we can see that from here.
And that was clearly a late hit. And I think there's at least 2, if not 3 flags. That is a Caldwell Lumber first down.
That'd be a 15-yard gain on the run.
Yeah, the run's going to get out to near the 37 or 8-yard line. But there was at least 2 flags there, and there's a personal foul. And I think everybody in the place could see that one, and we're 75 yards away from the play.
Yep. No comment from the coaches or players.
Monroe Central's going to call timeout, and I get a feeling there might be a comment made during this timeout. And while we're here, let's just stay here, Dalton, on this, as I owe everybody a read on the game sponsors. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Sue Snowd State Farm, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Chandler Funeral Home, Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan, Bicon Services, West 40 Auto Sales, Village Hardware and Rental, Doane Ford. Along with our national anthem pregame was brought to you by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. All of our kickoffs tonight sponsored by Valentine Insurance. Trips to the Red Zone by J&M Electric. First down sponsored by Caldwell Lumber. Touchdowns, Kemp Insurance Agency. Scoreboard updates that we had at halftime by Surgeon Construction. And the instant replays we've been able to do tonight by High Street Seneca. And we will have a Shenandoah Zep player of the game sponsored by Plus One Pizza. So that takes the penalty, then takes the ball down to about the 23-yard line. And Brown rolls to the right, throws deep toward the end zone, has a man, ball hangs up there, and it is caught, touchdown. Okay, and that is reception by Ethan Cutlip. 23 yards and a touchdown.
23 yards and a Zep touchdown.
So the best Zep possession of the day. About 6 plays to go 72 yards. And a 23-yard touchdown pass, that is a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown.
And on that drive, Shenandoah had a 10 and 15-yard penalty, Jeff. But then Monroe came back with 15 of their own.
Zeps will line up and go for 2. That touchdown makes it 35-12. The Zeps to go for 2. And we get a whistle prior to the snap. And I'm waiting for
delay of game, I think. I think the clock ran out.
Well, now we'll take it back to the 8-yard line for this 2-point try. But that 23-yard touchdown pass from Brody Brown to Ethan Cutlip. And now it looks like the Zeps have changed their mind and are going to go for the 1-point extra point attempt if they can get the right number of people on the field.
And the clock's running now. They're down to 10 seconds now.
McPeak will hold, and the kick by Stritz. Kick is down.
And he
slipped, and the kick will be short, no good. But he slipped as he kicked it.
Set his plant foot, and it just went out from under him, ended up on his back. So no good. So 3:48 to go in the third quarter. It's 35-12, Monroe Central. We'll be back after this.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Back here at Monroe Central High School. Mark, you get some scores?
Yeah, just some local scores here. Malvern all over Buckeye Trail, 35-8. Union Local over Cambridge, 41-0. And these are all third quarter scores. Meadowbrook, 28-10 over Coshocton. Of course, we know the score here. Caldwell, 63-14 at halftime over Zanesville Rosecrans. And a couple other local one here we want to look up real quick. River over Shadyside in the third quarter, 35-0.
That Valentine Insurance kickoff there by the Zeps and by Ethan Stritz was on the ground and was covered by Gabe Eng of the Seminoles at his own 32-yard line, and that's where Monroe Central will start this possession. Seminoles leading 35-12. 3:46 remaining here in the third quarter.
Sort of a wishbone.
Rudder gets the ball off the right side. Running room tries to cut back. He's near the 40-yard line.
Could be a 7 or 8 yard gain.
Yeah, nice pickup on first down, about 7 yards. And Rudder starting to rack up some yardage offensively.
Yeah, he's up to
now.
94 now, according to my numbers, on 12 carries.
Eng into the huddle with the play from the sideline, replacing Dimchek. Seminoles have not had to throw the ball a lot tonight, but have been effective when they have, but they've run the ball quite a bit. Again, wishbone look in the backfield. Jet Kaiser gets the ball. He's going to be tripped up from behind. I think Van Fossen had him by the ankles.
That was Caden Van Fossen. Good tackle, but they're going to give him a first down on that. And Jeff, I missed that ball carrier. I was watching.
It was Jet Kaiser.
Kaiser, okay.
And that was a Caldwell Lumber first down. A couple different times tonight, the official on this side looking across has been very quick to signal that first down. Of course, he has a better view of it than I do. 1st and 10. Again, Wishbone look in the backfield. Hand off to Rudder. He's going to be pulled down from behind.
Once again, Caden Van Fossen.
Caden Van Fossen, he's played as well as anybody tonight on the field for the Zeps. They'll give Rudder a yard. So second down and about 9. Clock still moving, just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter, 35-12. Howe under center. In the backfield, hands off to Rudder. Short gain off the right side. put him down at about the 46. Pickup of maybe 3.
Gerald Ray on the stop for the Zeps.
Shenandoah, maybe after that score, but their defensive playing a little bit better.
Yeah, Gerald Ray, number 55 there, was in on that tackle. 3rd down and call it 6 for the Seminoles. 1:20 left 3rd quarter. Again, wishbone look. Howe under center. Fakes, wants to run himself, has nowhere to go. He'll fight, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Some good penetration there. One of the.
And it looked like he might have even slipped just a little bit there, Jeff.
Is
on his cut.
Bennett was one of the defensive players that was in the backfield and forced Howe to cut up inside. They'll give him about a yard on the play, but this will bring up 4th down. And the Seminoles, I believe, for their 2nd punt of the night. Jet Kaiser is the punter. Single back for the Zeps. Kicks away. High, not real deep. It's going to hit, and the Zeps are going to let it roll. Hunter House was the deep man there. He could not get it on the fly, so he just wisely got away from it, because on the previous Seminole punt in the first half, the Zeps fumbled and lost the possession. So this time the Zeps will take over, and they put the ball down now at about the 23-yard line. Shenandoah scoring on their last possession, their nicest possession and best drive of the night, and getting to the end zone. We're now 29 seconds left 3rd quarter, and 35-12 in favor of Monroe Central. And Brown will be in the shotgun. He'll have a Van Fossens to each side. And there's the handoff around the right side. That was Cole.
That was Cole, yeah.
Cole Van Fossen. He's going to get over across the 25 to about the 28.
He's getting 5 yards on that carry.
Pick up to the 28-yard line.
Well, the Zeps are showing some positive plays offensively here in this 3rd quarter. Yeah. And that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Monroe Central 35 and Shenandoah 12. We'll wrap this one up in the 4th quarter next.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares, close to home.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Back here at Monroe Central, Monroe Memorial Park, we're in the Coach Chuck Briggs press box. Coach Briggs, a longtime assistant at Woodsfield in Monroe Central, that passed away a few years ago, and they named the press box after him. The snap went directly to Van Fossen, to Caden, who pitched it to Cole Van Fossen. He'll get a couple yards out to the 30-yard line.
Cole Van Fossen, the ball carrier.
It's kind of an unusual play.
For the Seminoles. It'll be 3rd down 3.
So that'll bring up at 3rd and 3. The ball on Shenandoah's own 30. Again, if just a reminder, next week we will be at Barnesville, where they'll host the Lindsley Cadets. That will be the Barnesville homecoming, but that'll be here on BNV and YRP TV.
There's a snap back to Brown.
He's got to just get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it.
Brought down by Jet Kaiser. Lucas Stiver also on the stop.
Lucas Stiver, one of the tacklers there. Put him at the 35-yard line, as you said, no gain.
Shenandoah going to go for it, Jeff?
Excuse me, at the 30-yard line. I guess at 4th and 2, and you have moved the ball offensively. I would at 35-12, trailing the Zeps are by 23 points. I would think you would might as well go for it. But they've done some positive things. They shift a lineman over to the right, go to an unbalanced formation to the right. And Brown trying to get outside to the left, gets away from the tackler.
He's going to get it, I think.
I believe he got the first down. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds over
I'll tell you, it's very close now that we couldn't tell where he went out from here.
The chain crew drops the stakes over there, obviously, when the play's there. But I think he's short of the first down.
I do too. But based on where the official on that side is standing, and it will be. That'll be a stop.
That put him at the 32. He needed to the 33.
So a 1 yard gain for Brown, but he needed 2.
And Monroe Central will take over on downs now at the Zep 32-yard line. Seminoles leading 35-12. 10:21 remaining in the game. After Monroe Central dominating the plays and the possession in the first half, we had 31-17 in number of plays. Shenandoah ran the biggest majority of the plays in that third quarter. Handoff,
I believe that's
left
Kaiser.
side. Short gain. Kaiser, he may have gotten a yard or two. Caden Van Fossen on the tackle. Yeah, put
to the 30 on the play. Second down 8.
Seminoles obviously in no hurry. They would like to get the ball to the end zone. But, running the clock is maybe as important as anything. Farnsworth and Dimchek come wide left. Kaiser now in motion to the left. Howell looks that way. Now he wants to run up there, fighting forward, breaks a couple tackles.
He's got the first down, I think, Jeff.
He's down to the 20. It's going to get close to 10 yards. And a Caldwell Lumber first down.
And Jeff, of course, these are unofficial, but according to my numbers, that puts Cooper Howell right at 100 yards tonight rushing on 15 carries.
And Cooper's found the end zone 4 times tonight. I have him scoring on a 13-yard run and a 39-yard run in the first quarter, and then had a 1-yarder and a 2-yarder in the second quarter. The other Monroe Central touchdown tonight was by A.J. Rudder. Again, there were 3 receivers now come to the left. Quick pass out here to Dimchak. Gets caught. He'll try to get up the field. And
he stepped out of bounds barely.
Yeah, he tried to stay in bounds there, but he's going to get a couple of yards. Demchak doing his best to try to stay in bounds, but just unable to do so. Put the ball down at the 17-yard line.
Be a 3-yard gain for Demchak. Demchak had the big 63-yard catch in the second quarter, down to about the 1.
Yeah, that set up one of the Howell's, one of Cooper Howell's short touchdowns there in the second quarter. Demchak will go wide left. Eng will go wide, Demchak to the right, Eng to the left. Kaiser in motion to the right. Quick screen out there for Kaiser. He caught the ball before it hit the ground, but he might have been better off to let it hit because he was dropped in a hurry. Hunter House came up and made the play, and that's going to lose yardage. That's going to take the ball back to about the 20.
That was Demchak, correct?
Kaiser.
That was Kaiser. Okay, I want to make sure I get the stats right here.
But a 3-yard loss.
Yep.
About clock continuing to move. 8.5 minutes left in the game. Monroe Central leading 35-12. Again, the 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Howell wants to throw. Rolls out to wave some pressure. He's going to run it. He's going to keep it. He gets across the line of scrimmage and will go down after a short pickup. There's Caden Van Fossen come up and made yet another tackle.
I tell you, he's had a heck of a game tonight, Jeff. Caden rushing in on defense.
Put the ball at the 18-yard line, so a couple yards there for Cooper Howe. That will bring up 4th down and about 7. That's John Glenn and Morgan tied at 14 early in the 4th quarter on a Surgeon Construction scoreboard update. Howe takes the snap, looks in the middle. Now he's going to try to run. Steps away from one tackler, lobs it out, complete. But Cole Van Fossen came up and dropped the receiver. I think that was Rudder. Yeah, Rudder made the catch, but Van Fossen
on the stop. Zeps will take over 1st down.
Yeah, that was Cole Van Fossen come up, made the play.
19-yard line.
That play may have lost a yard then.
I think it did, yes.
And that was a 4th down play, so the Zeps now will take possession once again at their own 19-yard line on that loss of down.
Much better defensive game for Shenandoah here in the second half.
Next week, the Zeps will be back home, and they'll play the River Pilots. And Monroe Central will be on the road and play at Toronto next week. Brown wants to throw a ball downfield. Long pass incomplete. One of the few times we've seen the Zeps go downfield.
And Jeff, Toronto undefeated last I saw. Is that
they were undefeated going into tonight?
That's
yes.
what I thought, yeah.
2nd down 10.
I think that was Kunkel was the intended receiver. Incomplete. And that game next week, Monroe Central at Toronto, is a televised game on Friday night by it's WTOV. The game will be aired on their Comet station. And if you're in Woodsfield's cable, that's channel 11 on the cable. And if you're on one of the streaming services, I have no idea whether you can get the local station. Pass out into flat is complete. That's Cutlip on the reception. He's going to get about 6-7 yards.
See where they put it down, yeah.
About the 27-yard line.
So about 7 yards.
Now bring up 3rd down and 3.
3rd down 2.
See, I said 3.
I agree with you.
We won't tell the PA man that we disagree with him.
That and I already wrote down 7, so.
3rd down. Brown, quick out now, complete. I'm not sure.
He's going to lose a lot of yards there.
He's not going to get any yardage on that. He's going to lose yardage. It was trying to see the receiver.
Pass complete to Tate McPeak.
It's McPeak was the receiver, but he was hit. Farnsworth and others made the tackle.
Loss of 3, 4th down 5.
And he lost 3 yards on that, Jeff.
That put the ball at the 24-yard line.
That'll bring up now at 4th and 5.
And once again, on this short yardage situation, 4th and 5, I guess if you want to call that short yardage. And Shenandoah's going to spend a timeout on that. And let's go ahead and let's step aside and let's get a quick message in here. 35-12, Monroe Central, 5:57 remaining.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Off the Shenandoah timeout,
Pass completed, Hunter Rossiter.
Rossiter makes a catch.
Very close to the first down. It will be a first down.
And that will be, yes, they are going to go ahead and signal that as a Caldwell Lumber first down. Pickup of, let's see where they put
About
the ball
6
down.
or so.
Waiting for him to put the ball down at the 34-yard line.
Penalty goes against the Seminoles. Moves the ball to the 34-yard line. First down, Zeps.
But that completion from Brown gives the Zeps a first down, keeps the possession alive at 5:53 left in the ball game. Again, Brown rolling to the right, hit some pressure from behind. Throws the ball over here complete on the sideline. Nice catch there by Cutlip. That's very
close to a first down, yeah.
From here,
Picked up 10 on the play.
yes, it is a first down. And another Caldwell Lumber first down at the 44-yard line. Tackled by Cooper Howe right on the sideline, but that was a nice throw by Brown off the run. We've seen him really a few times tonight, not deliver the ball real well on the run, but that one he zipped right in there to Cutlip, and it was a nice 10-yard completion. Van Fossen, he's going to be swarmed in the backfield. First tackler there is going to be Drew Londefeld.
Drew Londefeld on the stop for the Seminoles.
And that's going to be a loss by Van Fossen. Caden put the ball at the 39.
Down 15.
So that's loss of 5. That'll bring up now a 2nd and 15.
We see a couple subs in for the Seminoles on defense. Legend Schaefer just came in and played defensive tackle. Brown wants to throw. Now he's going to run. Has some running room. He's going to get across the line of scrimmage. He's going to get the yardage back that was lost on the previous play, plus maybe a yard to the 47. He may have gotten him close to 8 yards, 7, 8 yards.
7, yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, now if they move it up, yeah, about 8, you're right.
That'll be third down and about 7 for the Zeps. We're nearing the 4-minute mark. Time remaining in this ball game, 35-12 in favor of Monroe Central. Again, Brown rolling to the left, has some pressure, flips it out, complete there to Van Fossen. Cole Van Fossen, he's going to have a first down. Trying to struggle for some more yardage. Somebody had a hold of his ankles over there. Demchek, I believe, had his ankles, but that's going to be a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Zeps.
It's going to be a 13-yard gain.
Pick up to the 41-yard line. First down, Zeps.
Zeps have moved the ball pretty well here in the second half after having really nothing offensively.
Yes.
They really didn't have a whole lot of offense because they didn't have a whole lot of plays in the first half. Now again, Brown drops. He wants to throw, looking. Now he's going to scramble away from some pressure. Those downfield, complete. That's going to be another first down. I think that's McPeak.
That's complete to Devin Kunkel.
Kunkel. It's Kunkel on the reception. A Caldwell Lumber first down. And now put the ball down to about the 16. Or, no, not the 16. That's about the 25-yard line. 26.
That a 15-yard gain on that.
Brown rolling to the right now. He throws a lob out here, and that's not going to get close to anybody, and it's going to be incomplete.
Brown has now completed 12 passes out of 23 attempts.
I think the officials are going to get together here and see if it be an intentional grounding. I don't think so. There was receivers there. I think that's just an incomplete pass. And that's what the officials decided. So that is 2nd and 10 now. Clock stopping at 3:06 left. 3 receivers wide right now for the Zeps, and we're going to get a whistle. The play clock was running down.
I think there was a ball he gotten on the field back in near the end zone. Some kids or somebody playing.
Oh, there's some great games going on in that end zone. Screen pass now complete. And that's going to get down inside the 10-yard line. That's Hunter House on the catch.
Pass complete to Hunter House. Max Demchek and Gabriel Eng on the stop.
That's going to be another Caldwell number, first down for the
Pick up
Zeps.
inside the 10-yard line, first down and goal for the Zeps.
And I can't
It
tell
was
for
on the
sure.
27. Can't tell exactly where it's at.
It's on the 9 now. So that'd be about 18?
Yes.
This pass now from Brown out to the left. It'll be caught, but it's going to be a loss on the play. And I could not tell the receiver.
Cole Van Fossen, the ball
Cole Van
carrier.
Fossen.
Lucas Stiver and Chet Kaiser.
That takes the ball back to about the 12, loss of about 3.
Loss of 3 on the play. Second goal from the 12.
So second and goal for Shenandoah on the 12-yard line.
This will be the 13th play of this possession for the Zeps.
Used up a lot of clock.
Brown wants to throw across the middle for the end zone. It's over everybody's head, incomplete.
Brown's pass intended for Ethan Cutlip.
Cutlip was the intended receiver.
In coverage. Third and goal from the 12.
Couple defenders back on the coverage. Third down and goal now from the 12. .201 left in the game. 35-12, Monroe Central. Brown fakes the pitch. Now he wants to run up inside. Short gain. He'll be brought down there. They'll bring up 4th and goal. See where they put the ball down. Looks like
Brown
about the
carrier.
7.
Drayton Baker on the stop.
Pickup of about 5. 4th and goal now.
Stevens also on the stop. So it'll be 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
Ball on the 7.
Obviously, Zeps do have a place kicker, but in this situation, you're not going to, you don't even think about a field goal. We're inside a minute and 20 seconds left in the game. Zeps would just like to get in the end zone. 4th and goal from the 7. Brown tries to roll to the right. Now he's going to scramble and try to get back to the left. He's under pressure, just throws it up for grabs in the end zone.
Caught, but he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds, yes. The ball was caught there by Hunter House, but he was out of bounds. And the Seminoles will take over on downs. With 1:07 on the clock. And Monroe Central is going to move to 3-4 on the year. And Shenandoah will have their 3-game winning streak snapped and drop to 3-4 also. Zeps at home next week to River. Then they have a game with Frontier, and then the season ender against Caldwell. Monroe Central will play their final road game next week at Toronto, and then finish up with 2 straight home games here against Cameron and against Shadyside. So 1:07, a couple running plays. We had a whistle before the snap.
The timeout.
Local scores.
I didn't see if the clock was running down or not.
37, Shadyside 0.
And Shenandoah's opponent next week, River, is well ahead of Shadyside
Buckeye Trail 47,
tonight.
14.
I think they said that River scores 37-0.
And in the past, River's had a lot of trouble winning at Shadyside. Of course, Shadyside, just is not near the Shadyside that we've been used to over the years. The last 3 or 4 years, they've,
they're on a down cycle right now.
Small schools, that happens.
Yeah, especially small public schools.
We will travel to Toronto next Friday.
I think they're going to reset the clock. It says 1:06, and they want to reset it to 1:07. Now, if the score 35-12, does anybody really care?
No comment. He's sitting there watching. He's going to make sure they do it.
I was going to say, we'll test the scoreboard operators out over there,
Yeah.
see if they know how to reset the clock or not.
So far, they haven't done it.
Those guys over there have been keeping the clock over for about 25 years, so they
They still haven't.
Well, Seminoles are in the huddle. They're going to come to the line. I guess at 35-12, we need to have a little bit of fun. As the clock still didn't reset, so handoff, short gain. And from here, we're a long way off. It might be Rudder. Yes, I think it was.
AJ right of the ball carrier.
Well,
Boston first there for the Zeps.
they'll put the ball out to about the 10.
What do you think, Jeff?
11.
2 or 3 yards?
Where did they start at? 7?
Well, you can see the...
Give him 3.
All right, then he goes to 100 yards.
That's 2 backs with 100 yards?
Yes. Because if you'd said 2, it would have been 99.
I'm glad I said 3. So this will be the final play. Now as the clock's under, and Howes is going to go into center and take a knee. And that's going to let the clock run out. And the final 15 seconds are going to run off. And Monroe Central, has picked up their second straight win. And the final score is Monroe Central 35 and Shenandoah 12. We'll be back in a couple of moments and put some stats and put a quick wrap up on this thing. Again, from Monroe Central, Seminoles 35, Zeps 12. Back in a moment.
Child's glasses, they're yellow.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
This is Ken Perkins. Robin and I and the staff at McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home want to wish Noble County athletes from Shenandoah and Caldwell High Schools an exciting fall sports season. We also want to wish all students a successful school year on and off the field. In our tight-knit community, our kids are our future, and we are honored to watch them succeed. McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home invites you to visit us at www.mcveigh-perkins.com or on Facebook.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
This is Brian Chandler
and Hallie Morgenstern Blackstone,
here from Chandler Funeral Home and Cremation Service. As our local youth from Caldwell and Shenandoah hit the field this season, we want to send a huge shout out and best of luck to each and every one of you.
Whether you're on the field, the court, or the track, we're rooting for your success.
Go Zeps and go Skins. Here's to a fantastic season ahead from all of us at Chandler Funeral Home. Thank you for letting us care for your community for over 2 decades.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
At Abels, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Ables.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
Protect what matters most with Sue Snowd, State Farm Agent in Caldwell, Ohio. With over 30 years of experience serving Noble County, Sue and her team offer personalized coverage for auto, home, life, health, renters, and business insurance. Conveniently located on East Street, they're here to help you plan for the unexpected. Call 740-732-2786 today for a free quote, or stop by the office. Like a good neighbor, Sue Snowd is there, ready to serve your insurance needs with care and confidence.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
We're back here at Monroe Central at Monroe Memorial Park, where tonight the Monroe Central Seminoles have defeated the Shenandoah Zeps by a final score of 35-12. To recap the scoring quickly, on Monroe Central in the first half, as they, by our count, Seminoles ran 31 offensive plays to just 17 for the Zeps in the first half. But Seminoles scored on their first possession. Cooper Howe going 13 yards for the touchdown to cap a 7-play, 63-yard drive, and Wyatt Cohen's extra point made it 7-0. But Caden Van Fossen returned the ensuing kickoff 85 yards for a touchdown. The run for two failed, and it was 7-6 Seminoles. Before the end of the first quarter, Howe capped off a 5-play, 64-yard drive with a 39-yard touchdown run. Into the first quarter, it was 14-6 Monroe Central. And then in the second quarter, it was all Monroe Central. 12 plays, 17 yards after a Zep turnover, with Howe scoring from 1 yard out. Then a 7-play, 55-yard drive, Howe scoring from 2 yards out. And then with about 2 minutes before halftime, A.J. Rudder scores a 2-yard run to cap a 4-play, 76-yard drive. A big 63-yard completion there from Howe to Max Dimchak on that possession. But it was 35-6 at halftime. Offensively, the second half, the Zeps really, performed well and kind of controlled the ball most of the second half. They scored in about 3:46 left in the third quarter on Brown, a 23-yard pass to Cutlip, and their kick failed on the extra point. But that was 35-12 at the end of three quarters, and that's what it finished up. Monroe Central 35 and Shenandoah 12. Mark, you got some individuals?
Yeah, we'll give you the stats here real quickly. Tonight, for Shenandoah first, Brody Brown threw the ball 27 times, completed 14 tonight for 70 yards. A lot of short passes in there tonight. McPeak, Cutlip, Kuhn, Caden Van Fossen, Cole Van Fossen, House, and Hunter House, all with catches tonight for the Seminoles. Rushing, Brody Brown, 8 carries for 41 yards. Cole Van Fossen, 11 yards on 4 carries. Caden Van Fossen, 55 yards on 10 carries tonight. So 107 yards rushing, 70 passing, 177 yards from the line of scrimmage. Brody Brown was sacked one time for 10 yards. And also Shenandoah had 2 fumbles, and they lost both of them tonight. For Monroe Central, Cooper Howell, a good night throwing the ball. He was 11 of 12. He was sacked once for 7 yards, and he threw 1 interception. So again, 11 of 12 tonight for 133 yards tonight. Corbin Farnsworth, 4 catches, 54 yards. Demchek, 3 catches, 78 yards. Rudder, 2 catches from -3 yards. And Kaiser, 1 catch tonight for 4 yards, so add it all up again. 133 yards passing. Tonight, according to these stats, it's very close, so we'll see what they give them officially. But I had 2 backs tonight for Monroe Central with over 100 yards. Cooper Howell tonight, 102 yards on 16 carries, and A.J. Runner, 101 yards on 15 carries. Also, Kaiser tonight, 4 carries for 8 yards, so add it all up. 212 yards rushing, 133 passing, 345 yards from the line of scrimmage. As we say, Cooper Howell sacked 1 time for 7 yards. And Monroe Central tonight, 7 penalties tonight for 74 yards. And tonight, 60 yards in penalties for Shenandoah. And both teams now, with the Monroe Central wins, are 3-4 on the season. And Jeff, I think we have a Shenandoah player of the game.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in just a moment. This was homecoming here at Monroe Central. The homecoming queen was Carlin Steed, and the homecoming king was Blake Yonts on homecoming tonight. And again, our sponsors tonight, we want to thank those people who've been with us all year: Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, Sue Snowd State Farm, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Chandler Funeral Home, Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan, Vicon Services, West 40 Auto Sales, Village Hardware and Rental, and Doane Ford. And also want to mention, along with the homecoming there, if you go back to, on YouTube to YRP TV, after this is put up, tomorrow, you should be able to see the halftime activities that took place on the homecoming. Also, our sponsors tonight, our national anthem pregame is sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. Our endgame kickoffs by Valentine Insurance. First down sponsored by Caldwell Lumber. Red Zone, J&M Electric. Touchdowns, Kemp Insurance Agency. Scoreboard updates, Surgeon Construction. Video replays by High Street Seneca. And a Shenandoah player of the game sponsored by Plus One Pizza. And we're going to go with Caden Van Fossen. He had the 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, rushed for, I'm not sure what the final numbers there was on him, but he was over 50 yards rushing and was in on numerous tackles. So our Shenandoah Zep player of the game, sponsored by Plus One Pizza, will be Caden Van Fossen. So I'll try to get this to somebody from Shenandoah here on the way out tonight on that. But that pretty well does it, Mark.
Just a reminder, next week our broadcast will be Lensley at Barnesville. That'll be Barnesville's homecoming. And that'll be kickoff at 7. And right now, we're not sure. We think that might be a radio only, but check in with yourradioplace.com and you get all the details. But that will be the game next week.
So that about do it from Monroe Memorial Park here in Woodsfield tonight. I'm Jeff Stevens, Mark Brown, and Dalton Gambita. And saying once again, your final score tonight was Monroe Central 35 and Shenandoah 12. Good night.
You've been listening to High School Football, a presentation of AVC Sports on WBMV, Barnesville, Woodsfield's 93 BNV.